Welcome back to Contest to Speed.
Contest of 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 speed.
Welcome back to Contest to Speed. I'm your host, Electric Entree. Joining the booth, we're swapping one Rob for another. We got my brother from across the pond, Rob Starr, subbing in for Rob's boy tonight. Rob, welcome back to the American side of things. How's it feel to be back over here?
Well, it's great, I actually kind of recognize some names here. You got Red Devil, Pux, Bandit, with normal arts. But how are you today, Andre? On this fine day.
Brother, I'm living the dream. I'm glad to have you back in here with me. It's been too long since we've been together in the comms booth, and I'm excited to bring some AM1 action back to the stream and to have you along for the ride. But we are...
Temple of Speed, should I say, in Monza. Temple of Speed.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. It's a fast track, and we have a little surprise here. It is a wild card race tonight. Mandatory 2-stop for these drivers. We've had one wild card already in Japan with a forced use of 3 compounds. This week, it's a forced 2-stop, but compound choice is up to the drivers as long as they meet the mandatory 2 different compounds for a dry race. They will be good, but they will have to stop twice here. Should shake up the strategy a bit. We're on board now with Red Devil. Made his return.
2 people have got the same time on pole right now. If you notice.
Yeah, wow, that's a great catch, actually. Yeah, That Man, Kryptonic Swing, both 1 and 2 currently, both with a 119.410. Like I said, we're on board with Red Devil. He comes across the line in his fourth P4, a 119.558. Devil made his return to AM1 last week as a reserve. He's reserving again this time in Haas. Along with DK Nortec, both Haas cars piloted by reserve drivers tonight. But Red Devil, second week back in Haas, and he started P18 last week, went to P3, got the driver of the day. Interested to see what he pulls out for us tonight. With that being said, Rob, anything? I know you did the EU2 race earlier tonight.
EU1.
EU1, I'm sorry, EU1 race.
EU2.
So, anything you noticed in that race, or anything to be watching out for tonight as these AM1 drivers take to the Temple of Speed?
Well, you would barely see any hards used around here because in the strategy you could do soft, medium, medium, medium. Because if you do about 4 to about 6 laps of soft, and then the mediums, maybe 11 laps at max or more, and then you use mediums again. But you never see the hards in this, as the hards could last the whole race. But then around here, you kind of want to push it, so you're doing a 2-stop anyway. But we could have different ideas what people could do. But as you can see, Pux setting pole there by 4 attempts, showing the people what he's made of so far today, and he's currently doing well so far. He's currently the top of the standings, right?
Yes, Pux is the top of the standings. We can take a look at that actually. Bring up our Contest to Speed AM1 Drivers Championship. Pux, he's up there still holding on to that P1. He He is sitting atop there, ahead of Pablo, currently by 28 points. Pablo sitting P2 in that McLaren. After the race last week, the top 4 remains unchanged. You got Pucks, Pablo, Silent Apex, and Cam Tizzle. Mindset got the win last week at Silverstone. He's moved up 5 positions back up to P5. Had a disastrous couple of races the past 3 weeks. Came back to Silverstone, got the win, came back in a big way, and that's he's moved back up into the top 5 of the Drivers' Championship. Meanwhile, yeah, well here's the previous race stats. Yeah, Mindset got that top spot. Vaibi with a P2, Red Devil with that P3. Like I said, started P18, moved up 15 positions. Got the driver of the day as well for that performance. Great race from them. And the constructors, Mercedes remains on that top spot, but Red Bull is closing that gap slowly but surely. Gaining, they outscored Mercedes by 4 points last week. So it's still a pretty large gap there, but it is closing. Like I said, slowly but surely. Meanwhile, in the midfield, we had a little bit of a shake-up. Williams moving up a spot. Vaibi's P2 moving Renault up, or Alpine up 2 spots into P6 there. Ferrari remains the same. Haas dropping 1, and Sauber dropping 1. But the V-Carb's moving up as well. 7 points to their name last week. Moved them up out of the bottom spot. We'll go back to live pictures. 2 drivers yet to set a time. They're both in the pits. That's Formula Itmar and some good salt. Pucks remains on the pole position for now. That man, P2, Kryptonic Swang, P3. They're both still tied. They're both on their outlaps. We're on board now with that man. Kryptonic Swang
just is on a lap. He's about to finish his lap actually. Come down to the last corner now. Quick right-hander, light on the brakes. Quickly onto the pedal now, flat out, burnt all of that battery, and he's not happy with his lap, and he's into the pits. And he's not happy at all. But like you said, 2 drivers haven't set their lap yet. But, you know, it's a tempo of speed, you know. You never know what could happen. But the chicanes are the problem. They're kind of deadly if you don't take them right. Especially the second chicane, you know. When you take the chicane in, that second chicane, you could go flying off if you don't take it right. You could go bumping off. You just got to be very careful around here. As we go coming down to the second DRS zone as well. So this one's a small one, but the next corner is quite difficult, right? Sorry.
Yeah, that second chicane is deadly. Coming through here, you get off here, you hit those like sausage curves there. Very easy to upset the car. You're already moving at a high rate of speed. Very easy to send yourself maybe not into the wall. It's possible to go into the wall there on the exit, but it definitely could upset the car and kill your momentum coming out of that corner. Here comes Kryptonic Swing around Parabolica down to the line now. Tied by that man, and he's going to go ahead with a 119.2. That moves Kryptonic Swing up into P2 now. 119.219.
That man might go up to P2 or maybe pole, but he's not improving. So that he's not happy with his lap. It looks like it's kind of slowly backing out. Yeah, he's not improving by a bit. But Potty, who's off at Ascari there, mate. I don't think that's a truck layout. Where are you going?
Looks like he's weaving. He's trying to get some heat into those tires. He's not. I guess he's already done his outlap. Maybe he's doing a second prep lap here. See Potty come around here. He's reserving in the Red Bull tonight alongside with Silent Apex. They're both Apex P8, Potty P9 currently. Potty with a 120.0, and he's going to jump in the pits now.
But let's come up with a Red Devil, you know. A man, I'm trying to say you won, I think it was 2 seasons ago, he won the championship. But he's improving by a whole 10th in that first sector. We've only about 3 corners there. He found a 10th in those 3 corners. Come up to the Lesbos now. Quick and tight corners. You want to stay close to those curves. We don't really use them as much. You don't want to go spinning around instead of a curb like that. You want to go wide as well. But coming up to Ascari now, you want to cut it in right perfectly so you can get the best run. But looks like somebody has a spin out of Ascari. You can see that Ferrari in the wall there, but Red Devil doing decently so far. Lost some time in Ascari, looks like it. Going down to the last corner. Can he keep the car stable? Gets it nice and tight. Yes, he does. Now, flat out, burning all that battery, coming across the line. Is he happy? Yes, he is. Comes across the line, and he improves up to P2.
Yeah, narrowly beating out Kryptonic Sway. That's a 119.202 for Red Devil versus Kryptonic's 19.219. Very tight P2, P3 fight here. Pucks still remains on provisional pole, 2/10 ahead. Well, a little over, little under 2/10 ahead.
About a tenth-ish.
Sorry?
About a tenth, yeah.
Yeah.
Like something like
Yeah,
so kind of
fine.
close there.
Rounding was never my strong point.
Orlando's improving by 2/10 in that middle sector, coming up to Ascari now. Keeps it nice and clean, keeps it nice and tight, keeps it nice and relaxed. Coming up to this straight, where this straight has no DRS, so it's all about battery management on this straight. You want to keep it nice and calm. But coming up to this right-hander now, keeps it nice and chill. Get the power down. Looks like
He's going to jump in the pits. He was out of battery, out of fuel. I think he needs to come in, hit the pits, regain a little composure there. Try again.
we've still got some time left. I can't see because these people are causing yellow flags.
Yeah, hard to see the time remaining in the session. We're on board with Formula Litmar. Looks like he's going to jump in the pits as well. And everybody, okay, let's see. Chipman is on an outlap. Pablo's on an outlap. Cam Tizzle just started a lap. Let's follow Cam Tizzle for a lap around.
Okay,
Cam's
3 minutes left.
Sorry?
3 minutes left of the session now. Okay, at least it's good to know.
Just under 3.5 minutes left in the session here. Just everybody except some good salt has put a time on the board. And I'm gonna check real quick just to make sure. I know he was out of he lagged out, and I sent him an invite. Let me check.
I know Bandu is in.
Sorry,
Bandu is in. Bandu is in.
Bandude is not in the session.
No, he is in. I did send him an invite.
Oh no, some good salt.
Oh, he disconnected. I don't even know.
He did, and then I sent him an invite, and I thought he had rejoined, but I may have missed that. Anyway, so we're on board here. Cam Tizzle coming through Sector 2 now.
Backed out. He's backed out.
Okay, backed out. So Cam Tizzle not happy with this lap. Yeah, he's 4.5 seconds slower through
We've got
Sector
Pablo
2.
behind. Coming to the Sector 2 line now. How much would he be improved by? 4/10. Massive time there. That might even be pole if you can carry on with his speed. It's got a lot of battery left to use. Using it down on the straight now. What can he do on this last corner? Keep it nice and calm. Keep it nice and tight. You want to keep that delta up, should I say. You want to be improving. Takes the tightest line. Comes across the line. And it is pole in the 18s. The first driver we've seen in the 18s. It's by Pablo Pace. But look, what can Pucks do? As we can see him finally coming out the pits now.
Yeah, Pucks has his work cut out for him now. Pablo, massive, gained half a second on that lap, or shaved half a second off that lap, excuse me. Got into the 118s, and now Pucks has his work cut out for him. Pucks had a decently comfortable lead there on that provisional pole. Pablo smashed it out of the water. He's going to take that McLaren off the track, cool it down a little bit. Pablo said earlier he had messed up. He was a little bit faster on his time, messed up Parabolica. Looks like he figured it out for sure. So now Pucks, Red Devil, and Crip are all out on out laps. Here's Lead the Follower. Quicker on his time through Sector 1 so far. Or it appeared to be. I don't know. Maybe the timing was bugging. We'll see here momentarily when he crosses that sector line as he comes around the corner. Long sweeping right-hander. He's going to cross the line. Sector 1. Oh, no. He is way slower. He must have just done a lap, maybe, and I missed it. Hard to keep track. We've got a lot of action here on track. Hard to keep track of what everybody's doing. But, you know, we've said before this, I mean, it's a very tight field here in AM1 this season. And look at this. I mean, 118.9 is your provisional pole. A 120.6 is your P18. So, I mean, just over a second and a half from P1 to P18.
Looks like everybody's starting their laps now.
Yes. We're in the closing seconds here of the qualifying session. Everybody's on some laps. That man coming around the first turn 1 there, getting a little air on the right side of his car as he clips that curb. Manages to keep it on the track. The qualifying is over now. Oh, he's a little bit faster through sector 1. That man, he's going to improve if he can keep this up. The qualifying is over. As they cross the line, it's going to be it for the session for each of these drivers. Everybody on track now. This is their last chance to improve.
Oh, Red Devil might be getting pole here. Pucks is failed. He can't do anything about that. And looks like Red Devil is currently on the pole. He's improving by a bit in that first sector, but coming around to the middle sector, he could not find any time. Without Scary, he lost some time on the other lap. But this time, he might have found some time. It might be enough. It might help him out. But Pablo coming across the line now. Can he extend that lead? Yes, he can. The Red Devil, will he take that pole position from Pablo Plays? Comes across the line, and it's not enough.
No, narrowly edging out Pucks there to take that P2 from him. But not nearly enough to catch Pablo. Pablo with a 1:18.8. Taking that top spot. Mindset joining the crew. He's not going to be able to put a lap down. He will be starting from P20. But he will be in the race. And I think, as soon as they bring Orlando and Meta Kestrel into the pits, that's going to be it for this race. Or for this qualifying session. Everybody's done. And what a qualifying it was. Pablo, P1, a 1:18.8, killer lap from the Spanish driver. Red Devil, a 1:19, Pucks, a 1:19 as well. That's your top 3. Kryptonic Swing and lead the follower, 4 and 5.
Pucks couldn't finish his last lap there. He could have got pole, but then he flopped it, should I say. But this order, you've got the McLaren pole within 2 tenths. Look at that, getting pole by 2 tenths. Then Red Devil, then Pucks, then Krapsis Swang, lead the follower, that man, Formula, what name is that? I don't know. Cam Tizzle, Orlando, Chipman, and then that is your top 10 for qualifying. And you've got Vabo, Silent Apex, Bossy, DK, F1 Bacon, Mesa, Kestrel, Dubly, Bandit, and some good salt.
Yeah, to add mindset into that at P20. Like we said, he joined right at the end of qualifying, but he did make it in. We'll have a full grid tonight, 20 drivers. Let's see what happens when they get their setups in. We're going to jump to our little trailer here, and we'll be back here. AM1 Contest of Speed. Welcome back to Contest of Speed.
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 And we are back here, AM1 Contest of Speed, coming to you live from Monza, the Temple of Speed, for Contest of Speed. Just a reminder, if you hadn't caught it, if you're just now tuning in, this is a wildcard race, a forced 2-stop for these drivers. Tire compounds are up to them, but they do have to stop twice over the course of this race, or will face disqualification if they do not make 2 pit stops. Rob, we had a very tight qualifying session. Pablo Place coming out on top. Any predictions for this race tonight?
I think we're looking for a person who can manage tyres well around here. So whoever you think you can manage tyres well, vote for them, basically.
Well, so I guess my question would be, how important would tire management be? I could see tire management being the key in a normal race where this would normally be a 1-stop race, but with a forced 2-stop, you're going to run 3 sets of tires over the course of the race. How important really will tire management be in a 50% Grand Prix?
Well, important because that tyre wear can be kind of high around here because of the right-handers. The left-hand side will die because the mediums in a normal race or 1-stop mediums you probably want to pit around 11. And since you're doing a 2-stopper, you're not going to use those hards really. So, but you could use those hards if there's a safety car and you pit twice. So we will never know what could happen in the race. Gotta wait and see.
That's a fair assessment. And here we go. Setups are in. Drivers are locked and loaded. And we are off here at the Contest of Speed AM1 Championship. Red Devil does not have telemetry.
Oh, Red Devil.
No reaction time. Pablo Plays maintains the lead. Red Devil P2. Buck still in that P3 Kryptonic swing. Eye that man, the top 5. Pablo getting a good jump here. Half a second ahead.
Did. Oh, let's look at the tyres right now. It looks like 2 drivers have gone for the hard tyres. Posse and somebody. Talking about Posse, he's dropped down to P20. I'm not sure what happened to him, but he's
we got Pucks. Looks like he's spinning out.
Okay. Everybody's been backed up now because the Pucks is spinning around. I'm not sure what happened there. But now there's a 1.5 second gap to Red Devil. Without that DRS, the people behind are done because that DRS is very strong. So we need to do something right now. But Mindset up to P14. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's on, but he's cooking right now.
Yeah, Mindset started. Reminder, we saw Mindset. He started P20, joining late in the session. Or joining at the very end of qualifying. P20, he's already up to P14. He's on a mission.
Oh, so
but he's going to have his work cut out for him.
Off? Oh, that man's gone off. Losing more positions now. Puts up to P10. Back into the points now. Formula Ma is now up to P3. Overtaking Swang, but there's a 1.8 second gap to Pablo Plays and Red Devil. Well, what's happened to Orlando? Orlando's ghosted. Gonna hope these drivers are gonna keep it clean now. Mindset up to P30 now, overtaking the Alpine. Got another Alpine in front now.
Mindset splitting the Alpines. Vaivy and I, that man. He's up to P13. 7 positions gained within a lap and a half. And Mindset is on the charge.
Definitely, but now DRS, the first DRS, so we're going to see the DRS lap actually being used. The DRS being used now. You can see we've got the first move using the DRS, coming off the Swang, overtaking Formula Ma for that P3 position. Oh, Cam Tizzel with that snap coming out of Scary. Big snap, but keeps it controlled. This is where everybody's all on the DRS train. From P3 down to P20. Pucks up to P9 now, getting that extra position. Slowly coming back up to the order now, but the top 2 are pulled away.
Red Devil taking the fastest lap now with a 1:21.9. He's got those medium tires heated up and ready to go. Pablo getting the lead through the DRS zone. And now it's Red Devil's turn to follow around for a lap.
Mindset with a move.
Yeah, and he joins his teammate F1 Bacon now. P11, P12 for the Williams drivers. Mindset, the second Williams at the moment. But he is on the charge, up 8 positions already.
You can see Potty do that as well, you know. Mindset starting at the back, now Potty's at the back, will he climb back up? We never know. But it looks like Fox is now on the attack of Orlando. Right behind him, would he have enough ERS to try to burn to get past him? But I don't think so. It's quite scary to make a move for Riscari. You want to make sure you clear past him because you don't go too wide into that corner. It is quite hard to, you know, go too wide.
Oh, wow. What a move from Pucks. What a move from Pucks.
Keeps it nice and calm, but that might have lost him DRS there. That move has lost him DRS.
Well,
so was it worth it?
I mean, that V-Car rubber, he went way wide there into Ascari. Pucks just shot up the inside, I mean, he had a great line. You know, he couldn't run into the guy. So, I mean, I think it was, I mean, you know, you got to do what you got to do. He avoided the wreck, and he gained a position. I mean, I can't be too unhappy about that, especially if I'm Pucks.
But Pucks is now back into the DRS now. Chipman losing DRS to Pucks now. That's gonna not help Mindset as he's overtaking.
Now Pucks has DRS on Cam, so he hasn't really lost out.
Yep, he's now settled. He's now chilled. He's almost back into that spot where he was. That top 5, shall I say. You can see Pablo Red Devil flying away in front, but Pucks is right behind the Aston Martin here. You already had a person pitting already, which is Ivatman. I'm guessing for some wing damage, but Silent Apex right on the tail, picking up to Swank, coming up to Ascari. He was right behind him, but he stays back, gives it nice and chill.
This Formula bar getting right up to the back to lead the follower. Not making the pass. He knows he's going to have DRS coming out of the Parabolica. But look at this. He's got a lot of pressure from behind. Kryptonic Swing, Silent Apex, both looking like they're both going to try to make the move. Doesn't look like it's going to get done, though. Itmar falling too far back to make a move with the DRS.
Fox looking to make a move on Cam. The Mindset now finally joining the back of this grid now. Cam getting a bit of contact there with Pucks. Pucks gets it nice and calm. But at this rate, if they fight too much, they might lose DRS to Silent Apex. But Mindset, you know, we've seen him try getting past drivers every corner there is. They do that to Pucks, you know, these two are great drivers, quick drivers. You know, will Mindset keep his pace and not attack Pucks whilst Pucks goes through the grid and then Mindset joins him.
Yeah, this has certainly turned out to be a battle. Mindset now into the top 10, P9 for that Williams. And he's chasing down Pucks. He's within the DRS of Pucks. I mean, we do, yeah, it's a solid DRS train from P3 on down to, through P11.
P11 now.
Yeah. Field's starting to separate just a bit on the ends, but the middle stays pretty close together.
It looks like Mindset here is finally trying to up his DRS now, and let's see what he can do on Pucks now. But we've got some people finally coming off the softs now. This is where the softs will start to die off, start to struggle. So you see Pucks now attacking again on Cantizzle and gets that move done for the second time, gets that nice and done. Up to P6 he goes, slowly climbing up the order. Mindset, can he look to join him, but Cam's looking to get the switch back back on Pucks on the inside of his line, but he's going to have the inside for the chicane, and it will be Pucks, and Pucks stays ahead. Cam looking for that gap, but it's just not enough for him.
Yeah, Pucks did a great job holding his line, letting the car do the work there. Cam, he was really he put his hat in the ring there for that P6. Just couldn't get it done this time around, but we've seen Cam. He's got some great pace. He definitely has the smarts. He can battle. That's not the last we're going to see from Cam. I mean, we're P6 of 27, or lap 6 of 27. So definitely, I'm sure we're going to see a lot more fight out of Cam before this race is over.
Well, I'll talk about a fight right now. Well, not really a fight. It's just a passing. Mindset overtaking Cam Tizzle now for P7. Cam dropping down. I feel sorry for these drivers, you know. You see two quick drivers behind you. Pucks and Mindset. What would you do here in the situation, you know?
That's a lot of pressure. Oh, look, Cam. Oh, Mindset
Pucks.
jumping in the pits.
And Portsmouth's got 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Oh, and his
That
race,
might
he
ruin
had
his race.
a bad start, and that's going to make it even worse. Leaders into the pits now. So that lead the follower now takes the lead of the Grand Prix. So lead the follower, Silent Apex, Formula Itmar, Cam Tizzle, and Chipman are your top 5 currently. Let's take a look here. Let's see your pit stops. Who's pitted already? Looks like P12 on down has hit the pits. That's Red Devil, Pablo, Pucks, Kryptonic Swang, Mindset, Bacon, Metakestrel, Idat Man, and Bantu all have hit the pits. Rest of the field yet to do their first of 2 pit stops.
But now Pucks has got about 10 seconds, and yet he has to pit again. It's a 2-stop mandatory. So that's going to ruin his race. He's going to lose a lot of time to be back at the grid, unless there's a safety car later on.
Oh, and look at that. Silent
how.
Apex cutting the corner. Oh, there's a little bit of contact between him and Lead the Follower. He cut the corner there on the exit of the chicane. Not sure if that was a grip problem or a collision avoidance. But there's a bit of contact there between him and Lead the Follower. They managed to keep it on the track. Doesn't look like there's any damage for either of them. Silent Apex into the pits, followed in by Formula Itmar, who gets a 10-second for speeding as well.
Looks like people are slowly picking up now, but the thing is, you've got the 2 Astons now leading the race, and you've got the 2 Cash Apps behind now. So we've got 2 teams up the front now, dominating so far, but we still haven't pitted yet. As we've got, I think it's the top 6 now, we haven't pitted yet for their first stop. It looks like Red Devils now on the chase of Potty with Pablo Place behind him. Mindset taking the lead of his pack in front of Pucks, then Crapsy Swing, then Silent Apex, then Mar, and then is that group of that pack. It's a 5-man pack right now.
Yeah, so the Aston Martins and the V-Cars, both teams starting on the mediums. You know, I think. What do you think? This is their chance to kind of put a little space between them and the rest of the field who is yet to pit. You know, working together.
Yeah, we can work together. You know, DRS swap. We see that in the year 1. 2, let's say with Red Bulls were DRS swapping, trying to build a gap, and it was working.
Pablo's still chasing Red Devil. You see Potty there in the foreground coming down the straight. Pablo and Red Devil chasing him down. I think what Potty started on those hards, he P6, right? 6 and up yet to pit. Is that correct? Yes.
Yeah, P1 through P6.
Yeah, P1 through P6. Pablo getting the fastest lap. A 1:21.4. Mindset taking it right back though with a 21.388. Short-lived fastest lap for Pablo. Mindset after the pit stop sequence, he's still in the points. He's a P10, right behind Pucks. We got quite a bit of a DRS train forming up here behind Pucks. P9 through P13, all within a second of each other.
Yep,
all mediums except for Silent Apex on the hards.
Looks like people are going for different strats today. So right now,
lots of different tire strategies emerging.
Or looks like Formula Mar has dropped out of that DRS now. Dropped down to that 4-man pack now. 4 people at that DRS train. Less people makes the job even more easier now. More stressful. And Mar gets in 3 seconds. Not the thing they need right now, as we see 1 Aston Martin and 1 V-Cop into the pits now, and the other lot are staying out.
Yeah, Cam's going to maintain a 3.5-second lead for now. We got the V-Card behind. That's 3.4 seconds. Who is that in P2? They don't have their telemetry turned on.
Orlando.
Okay, Orlando in P2. 3.5 seconds behind Cam. And then it's another 3.8 seconds back to Stubley in the Ferrari. Then we've got Potty in this Red Bull here. It's top 4 yet to pit. Red Devil now, he's up to P5 as the pit stop sequence continues to unfold here. First of 2 mandatory stops tonight here at Monza. We're on lap 10 of 27. Still got a ways to go to the halfway point, but it edges ever closer. Pit stops have shit.
Oh.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I just want to see what happens to Pucks, you know, with his track change, because he's got about 10 seconds, you know. Will he stay out and be patient and wait for the safety car? Or is he going to just come back in and just, you know, save that 10 seconds?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even think about Pucks. He did pick up that 10-second for speeding into the pit lane. With the mandatory second stop, he will have to serve that penalty one way or another tonight. So, yeah, that is interesting. He's on the mediums now. If he can catch a safety car, that'd be killer for him. But will it happen? I don't know. These guys have been pretty clean so far.
Definitely, you know, it's a risk take. But we did see one car crash in quali, which was Stubley over here, who's currently took the lead of the race so far. Mindset taking the fastest lap again. And is that Red Devil chasing down Potty now? 1.4. Coming up to a person who hasn't pitted yet. 1.5 now, 1.2. Look at that time gain in what 2 corners there. Right behind him now. And what's going to happen? Will Potty let him by? Because, you know, it's not his race right now. That's not his race.
Yeah, it looks like Potty's gonna lift, let them both by. He's gonna cut the corner a little bit. Cutting it kind of close, but he does let Pablo and Red Devil by. Potty now down to P4.
Pablo's almost dropped out of that DRS because of Potty. Potty slowing him down through that chicane. But he's still in that DRS, but he's got a bigger gap to gain now. But Mindset almost in the DRS of Potty, 2.4 behind. Closing in very slowly now. But Potty will soon drop out that DRS of the 2 drivers up front now. But Subley still yet to pit. He's sprinting on those hard tyres, so he will definitely do a while. Then Potty. But I'm guessing we're doing hard, soft, and softs. Or hard to medium and medium. Or hard, medium, and soft.
Yeah, look at this. Stubley's tires not really that worn. 28% on those hard tires. Like, they weren't super warm, but we're lap 12 and 27. He's going to come in, swap to the mediums off the hards. And that's his first pit stop of the race.
Oh,
so I wonder...
Potty's gone round. Sorry about that, but Potty's just spun round into turn 1. I'm not sure what happened there. I think he just locked the tyres and just spun around.
Well, he has recovered. No more position loss for him yet. But he has dropped out of the DRS. And he is vulnerable to Pucks behind.
Looks like Pucks will get that DRS, which will defo help him to defend off Mindset behind, who's charging him down. And yet Pucks will get that DRS. Or who's that round? Or Chipman? Is that Chipman round? I think it was. I think Chipman went round, but no wing damage, no debris, I think. So no safety car. Pucks still right behind Potty. Will he get DRS again on that big straight? This is what he needs right now. Closing in very, very slowly. But then he's got to defend off Mindset as well. And yeah, he will get DRS from the next straight now. Coming up to the next straight now. Straight in the pit lane straight. Potty lets him by now. Potty's into the pits now. Pucks up to P3, but he'll be dropping down to that penalty. But yeah, these drivers have still got one more pit stop to go.
And look, we're on board with Kryptonic Swaying now, burning that battery to stay within the DRS. He's right behind Mindset. We had a good front row view. Mindset not making a move on Pucks. Now that DRS straight. It's a very long DRS zone. But he shows a little patience. Mindset's going to continue to trail Pucks now.
Mindset just waiting behind. But we've still got about halfway into this race now, so we don't want to, you know, push. You don't want. You just want to just make sure that you're in a good position and wait for the final few laps.
That's exactly right. Yeah, lap 13 and 27. We are at the halfway point now of this race. Pablo leading Red Devil. It's a very close 1-2. Pucks 3.2 seconds behind. So our leaders, after the entire field has gone through the pit stop sequence, have regained their positions. Everybody's back where they should be for now. Pablo, Red Devil, Pucks, Mindset, Kryptonic Swaying, your top 5. But it's a very tight race here from P3 on down to P6. All within a second. Mindset chasing Pucks. Oh, Red Devil into the pits now for a second pit stop. Red Devil, Pucks, and Mindset, all 3 into the pits.
guessing we'll be going on to the hards now because hards will do now to the end of the race. Yep, going on to the hards now. All mindset onto the hards. Puck's having about 10 seconds now. And Puck's is on to the hards now. But then look at Puck's got the gap to mindset now.
Yeah, Puck's still in the pit.
Puck's still in the pits, but mindset's now rejoined behind Potty. Oh, I didn't have him added. Oh, what's happening? 3 drivers to the left. I'm so confused.
Who'd we get? I know Salt. Who else?
I got Bandu added,
Okay.
but that's all.
All right.
Whilst I'll be on board with the drivers. Well, Silent Apex overtaking, going up to swing there for P2. Up to P2 he goes. Pablo still in the lead. Who will lead go into the pits to try to rock that undercut from Red Devil. And maybe Mindset could be in threat there as well.
Yeah, well, we saw last week Red Devil put a huge undercut in, and it worked out beautifully for him. Got him a podium position. Looks like he's trying it again this week with the forced 2-stop. He got his 2 stops out of the way early, went to the hards, looking for that big undercut on Pablo to maybe make some space. And let's see how it works out. Pablo not taking the bait, though. He's going to continue to run his racer now on those mediums.
Definitely, but I think if he pits now, he's doing about 13 laps on the mediums. They will last to the end, but he will struggle to the end. But maybe he's trying to push it a bit more longer to actually make sure the final stint on those, if he just goes to the mediums, would last. Because we've got some changes here. Mindset up to P10 now, and now he's got that clean air to Red Devil, so that maybe this is the time where he can finally join Red Devil to fight for the lead.
Yeah, Mindset getting chased down by DK Nortec. DK's in that DRS. You got Potty and Kryptonic swaying behind. You can see in the background there. And Krypt's all over the back of Potty. He needs to get by. He doesn't want to lose too much time here.
Definitely, but we saw.
Oh, there he goes. With the help of the DRS, he's going to jump to the inside. He's going to get around. Oh, some good salt out of the session.
I think I might have jinxed that. I said we haven't been a safety car yet. But yeah, no, he's just retiring on the track.
That man is also ghosted. I can't tell if... Do I have him?
Looks like some good soul retired on the track. I'm not sure why. As Red Devil is overtaking Mar now in the pits. Mar's gone into the pits. Pablo coming out of the pits now. Looks like he is a whole 1.3 seconds behind now, but mine's at 1.4 behind Pablo plays. But Pablo almost cold ties, but he's on those mediums. We'll do 11 laps now, which are going to be quicker than the hard. So let's see how well we can do. Hook 8.7 seconds behind the closest driver. Now Red Devil still got a clean air. Pablo pushing it right now. Getting that DRS of Red Devil to take that win. Looks like he's flicking the car around in one of the Lesmos up to the second Lesmo. Not enough. We've still got another 2 straights for him to try to catch up. We're both struggling on battery, but those mediums could do better than those hards in this corner now. Let's see the traction. Pablo will get through here. A lot of traction, gains a whole 10th, but then loses it out of a corner.
Yeah, and you know, like you said earlier, he's just come out of the pits on those mediums. Ooh, man, dude, out of the race now. Did he retire? In the pits?
He did retire. He retired. Why are people retiring on the track?
I don't think he did.
He did, because his car's moving. How can his car be moving when he crashed? Explain that to me, eh?
Oh, well, it's off the track. Looks like it's in the wall. But we're not going to get a safety car.
Oh, Pablo in that DRS now. 2 tenths behind Red Devil. A 10th now. Look at that. Looking super close. Pablo, he might be sitting in the best spot, but he needs to get that DRS in Red Devil now. Or who's that round? That is Chipman. And this Chipman's gone round. Pablo still a tenth back. He is on the margin. He is on the cusp from getting DRS from Red Devil. Is super close, but yet to get it.
Yeah, just Red Devil keeping him back there just over the boundary. Oh, and there he goes. Pablo, 9/10 back. He's gonna have DRS now. And we've got 10 laps to go here at Monza. Lap 18 and 27. As Silent Apex and Cam Tizzle cross the line. Silent Apex leading the race. The Aston Martins 2 and 3 lead the follower. Cam Tizzle swapping under DRS, trying to work together. Orlando now up to P4, 8.5 seconds back from P3, 2-second gap to Stubley in P5.
Looks like Pablo didn't give him much time on the straight though when he had DRS because he couldn't find any time. And he's still on the cusp being right behind Red Devil. You know, look at that timing. 1 second. He's on the margin, but right now he needs to do that now before Red Devil gets DRS from the people who haven't pitted yet for their final stop.
Oh, Chipman and Potty making contact. Oh wow, that was rough. I'm not sure what happened there. It almost looked like Chipman turned into Potty, but I can't swear to that because I jumped to it right as it happened. But there was some contact between that V-Carb and that Red Bull. Potty coming out ahead on that. And he's chasing down DK Nortec. He's a 10th back. And it doesn't look like there's any damage for either that Red Bull or that V-Carb. But that was a bit of rough contact there between them. Both getting a little bit sideways there. Both recovered well, though.
Pablo, I don't think he's got DRS again. He's struggling a lot here. He can't do anything with his mediums. Red Devil is really happy on these hards. It seems like it is relaxing right now. Mindset in the clean air now. No traffic behind him. Hooked, still struggling behind. Up to P12 he goes. Overtaking some drivers in the pits. Up to P11 now he goes. And now he just needs to get to these drivers up front now. Red Devil now in DRS, but Stubley, who hasn't pitted yet for his final stop. That's going to help him try to pull away. Never mind, Stubley might slow him down. He's got 3 seconds, looks like he's struggling. Looks like he might be slowing down, but it's not enough. Pablo's struggling as well.
Yeah, I mean, Red Devil, he's a master of strategy. He's a master of managing tires. He's like, he's one of the best I've seen at race management overall. I wouldn't be surprised if he was just like doing just enough to keep Pablo out of that DRS without really pushing that car, trying to take care of those hard tires. He knows that he's going to have a crossover at some point. Pablo had 11 laps to run on those mediums, and Devil knows he just needs to stay ahead, and it looks like he's managed it well. Pablo now just on the cusp, but he's not going to have DRS down this straight. Devil
now there's a bigger gap. Yeah, but now it's a bigger gap.
Yeah.
Devil got that DRS.
It seems like Pablo catching Devil in some of the straighter section, making up a little bit of time. But Devil seems to just lose Pablo on these corner exits. Like I don't know if he's just putting down the power better, or if it's just his line or what. But it seems like every corner exit, Devil just pulls away again. Like look at this now, 1.7 second lead over Pablo. And in these straighter sections, Pablo brings that gap down. But when he gets to the end of this corner, he's going to lose time to Devil. And maybe I spoke too soon.
Looks like Red Devil's running out of the exit, should I say? But you know who's creeping behind? Mindset.
Mindset up to P5 now. Yeah, look at that. He's ahead of Kryptonic Swaying, 1.5 seconds back for Pablo. About the same gap that Pablo has to Red Devil. So it's going to be interesting. Does Mindset catch Pablo before Pablo catches Devil? Because that's definitely not what Pablo wants to see. Mindset's a hard charger. Looks like he's doing a little battery charging through this section. See that light flashing. He's trying to build up. He's trying to set himself up for a good attack here.
As Pox is now on the attack of DK Nortec. He's finally climbing some positions very, very slowly though. Still not enough to get some decent points, but he just has that massive lead in the championship, so he doesn't really have to worry about anything. But looks like the Aston Martins is the only one who hasn't finished their two-stop mandatory. They haven't finished yet, so right now,
DK Nortec
well,
has not done his second pit stop as well.
he has. Just for me.
No, it shows it's only has one pit stop.
Oh yeah, there's one pit-stop, yeah. I don't know why for me, he said second.
Yeah, so the Aston Martins, Cam Tizzle lead the follower, and then DK Nortec and the Haas, the final 3 drivers to do the mandatory second stop.
Looks like, look at the timings now. Pablo, 1.1 behind now, but it's all about the straight. He's got about straight line speed, 1.1. What can it do? I don't think it's enough. I don't think it can gain a whole tenth on the straight. Not enough still again. One of the Aston Martins are now into the pits now. Pablo on the cusp, but looks like Mindset's kind of struggling a bit now. 1.3. Chipman getting about 3 seconds. Now Pablo 1.1 hasn't gained any time on the straight, but still got a couple of corners before the next DRS zone. 1 second, 1.1. Still not enough. Mindset dropping back a bit. 1.5. Same as Pablo. 1.2 now. Looking super close, super tight. Pucks overtaking DK Nortec for P8. But he's been getting. But right now, it looks like leader follower is in front of Pucks, and Cam might be in front of Pucks as well. We never know. But Pucks needs to chase down leader follower if he wants to get that extra point.
Yeah, and he needs to do it quick. Lead the follower on those soft tires. Pucks on those hards, you know, he's got those hards warmed up, you know, they're up to 10, you know, the maximum grip that those hards provide. But if he doesn't catch up now, lead the follower is going to leave him in the dust with those brand new soft tires once they come up to temperature, and it won't take long.
I think this is the strat Pablo needs to do. You know, DRS swap with Mindset, maybe try to catch up to Red Devil. He's got that 1.8 second gap. DRS is strong. You've already seen it happen to Red Devil going past, you know, a person who hasn't pitted yet for their final pit stop, and gained about 6 tenths away from Pablo. But Mindset now on the back now. All they need to do is DRS swap, and maybe he can fight for the lead.
Well, and you see Mindset there, he's got his light blinking. He's letting that battery charge down that straight, just using the DRS and the slipstream to stay right on the back of Pablo without burning his battery. You know, he's trying to get prepped up for the fight. Pablo currently in that P2, but he is very, very gravely at risk of losing that P2 spot.
He is, but currently with about 3 seconds Mindset has, he won't be dropping any positions right now. So about 3.4 second gap to swing behind in that Ferrari.
Let's take a look at the penalties here for a second. Yeah, 3 seconds for Mindset, 3 for Apex. Excuse me, 3 for Mindset, 3 for Apex. We've got 3 for Orlando, 3 for Formula Itmar, 3 for Metakestrel, 3s for Stubbly and Potty, 6 seconds for Chipman, and 3 for I That Man. We've got a smattering of 3 seconds out here for track limits. Mindset's 3 second. That could be disastrous for him. Well, maybe not disastrous, but it may keep him from gaining that P2 spot. But we got 4 laps to go, so there's still some racing action to unfold here in AM1. It's not over yet. Mindset taking that spot. He's now up to P2. He's got the inside on Pablo. Swinging back out to enter the chicane. Turn 1.
But now Red Devil is
DK Nortec with a 10-second penalty now. Speeding in the pit lane.
Back.
Maybe retires.
But it looks like Red Devil's slowly pulling away, a bit more further and further away now.
Yeah, Devil with a over 2.5 second lead over Mindset and Pablo.
Virtual safety car gives people time to recharge their battery.
Yeah, and this is huge for Devil because of the delta here under VSC. He's going to be able to at least maintain most of his lead here.
Looks like it was F1 Bacon. He's missing his whole front wing. So Williams in distress here, missing his front wing now. What's happened to Pablo? He's got a 1.4 second gap now on mindset. What's he doing, Pablo?
We've got the VSC going for now. We're going to bring up the Trax VR safety car overlay as we go around with VSC. Lap 25 of 27 currently. And the VSC is ending with that. Pucks with a drive-through. Couldn't keep it under the Delta. And that's going to hurt. He was back up into the point. He had a rough start. He had a 10-second for speed in the pit lane. Couldn't get under the Delta. And now he's going to have a drive-through now in the closing laps of the race. And that's going to take him out of the points for tonight.
Yeah, that's going to run his race. You probably drop him back down to last maybe. But yeah, that is him out of the race. He has to serve that in the next 3 laps. Mindset cashing up to Red Devil, but Pablo out of that DRS. So right now, it's a guaranteed win for Red Devil because Mindset's got about 3 seconds. Pablo's out of that DRS from Mindset. So right now, as you can see right now, Red Devil is on for the win.
Yeah, he's got a solid lead. Mindset's not going to have DRS. Pablo behind doesn't have DRS. I mean, nobody has DRS in the top 6. It's all motor at this point. And there's not a lot of time to make something happen now. We're on board now with Potty. He's chasing down Chipman there for P13. Not a points paying position. But it's one of the closer battles. It's actually the closest battle we have on track right now.
But you can see Mindset and Pablo catching up to Red Devil. I'm not sure what's happened to Red Devil, but he's charging up his battery very, very slowly. You can see right now there are only people in the DRS well, should I say, Aston Martins, which is chilling right behind each other. And lots of it might gain a position on Silent Apex if they can catch up enough until them can jump up there and get P5 and P6. So it would be a good week. It would be a good weekend for the Aston Martins, finishing in a good position. Mindset now officially in DRS of Red Devil. Pablo not enough 1.4, and he's in out of the win there because Mindset and Red Devil are slowly pulling away. That is in the pits. Egan's out of the race, onto the last lap now. Red Devil charging, burning all his ERS now. He's got about 8 ERS. That's why he was saving, just in case Mindset's behind him. And look what's happening right now. Coming to turn 1 now. Mindset's still got that gap, bit of a gap to Red Devil, but you don't really need to
look
fight
at this.
it.
They're both charging their battery down that straight. Neither of them had DRS. They both were charging the battery. Mindset continues to charge the battery. And you see that now, like Devil, he's starting to pull away just a little bit. Mindset trying to manage this gap. He's trying to stay within that DRS zone where you can get that last minute pass, I believe.
Or he's trying to build a gap to Pablo plays, because Pablo is 2.3 seconds behind now. This might help Mindset here, and he might secure a P2 if he can.
Yeah, that's right. He's got that 3-second penalty. Yeah, if he can find half a second in the remainder of this lap, yeah, he'll be free and clear for that P2.
Well, he's got the slipstream on Red Devil, so he might be able to find something as Pablo running as well. But it's 3 tenths in one corner, but Mindset will have that DRS. No, he won't have that DRS. That's a team, but I don't think it's enough. Pablo. Pablo comes across the line. Will he take it? Yes, he will. Just by 2 or 3 tenths there.
It was only by 3 tenths, but it was enough. Pablo takes that P2 for Mindset thanks to the 3-second for Mindset. Red Devil with the win. Mindset, though, look at this. P3, he started P20. We saw Red Devil do it last week, a P18 to P3. Mindset doing a P20 to P3 this week. Great drive. Great drive from Red Devil. Great drive from Pablo. Pablo, I think, started P2. He finished P2. But he, stuck with Devil all race. Sorry, what?
Pablo got pole, so he started P1.
Okay, I'm sorry. I take that back. He started P1, dropped down to P3, gained back to P2. But I mean, he stayed up there all race. Him and Red Devil battling it out. And here comes Red Devil. He's got the flag. He takes the top step. They're going to celebrate. He's got the trophy. And here is your final race results here in AM1 from Monza. Red Devil takes the win. Pablo plays Cost Mindset, rounding out the podium positions. Kryptonic Swang lead the follower, P5. Cam Tizzle, Silent Apex. Formula Itmar, Orlando, Stubbly, P10. That's the last of the points positions. After that, Metacestral, Pucks, Potty, Chipman, DK Nortec, I That Man, F1 Bacon, P17. Vaibi, Bandut, some good salt. 18, 19, and 20. The last three with last three, Vaibi, Bandut, some good salt, DNFing from the race. And that is our finishing order from Monza. Rob, what a race. Any comments? Any comments about what we just witnessed here?
Well, it was like kind of chaos because you don't know who was in the real lead because people still had to pit, kind of change people's ways, and people picking up 3 seconds, 10 seconds. It was chaos. You never know who would actually going to win it. But today it was Red Devil in that Haas to win it.
Yeah, the two-stop definitely shuffling the order around, making for a little chaos on the grid. But what a race it was. And I think with that, we're gonna try and get some drivers in here for some driver interviews. We will be back here momentarily from Contest to Speed. Welcome back to Contest to Speed.
Contest to Speed.
Contest to Speed.
Contest of speed.
Contest to Speed.
Contest of speed.
right, welcome back to Contest of Speed. We've got Mindset in here for post-race interviews, joining the post-race podcast. Welcome back 2 weeks in a row, back in fighting form. What a race. Came in at the very end of quali, didn't set a time, P20, all the way up, on track P2, but with the 3-second penalty, dropping down to P3. Man, were you sweating or what?
Oh, yeah, honestly. I honestly have no idea how I made this race. Like, I think I joined literally as late as you possibly could have to get in. And I like took control of the seat like as late as possible. And it sucks because like apparently I was getting like warnings, but I think since I joined so late, I wasn't getting the notification. So I had no idea how many warnings I got until like I cut like 2 corners and I was like, oh, those should definitely be warnings. And then I did it again and then I got a penalty. I'm like, oh, okay.
Surprise.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you made the most of it, though. Started P20. We was watching, just charging up through the field, especially in those opening laps. Everybody bunched together, and you were just cutting through them there. The warning situation definitely unfortunate, but you and Pablo there kind of battling it out for a little bit. You managed to get ahead of him. Then chasing Devil down. You was in the DRS. There at the very end. I guess there wasn't enough time to make it happen though.
Yeah, I think one more lap I would have had it on Pablo.
Yeah, you was right. Yeah, I think what was it, Rob? Like a 0.3 gap was all that was left.
Yeah, I think I was like 2.7.
Yeah, 2.7.
Yeah, almost beat the allegations and managed to keep the P2. Just couldn't make it happen. But I mean, it was a great fight from you. I think before the race started, you had joined there at the very end of qualifying. You was getting ready for the race, getting your setup in, and I think Rob was checking out your stream and was in awe of your setup. He's like, this man doesn't even have a setup for this race. What is he doing? And I think it's safe to say you proved the haters wrong on this one.
Yeah, the setup worked a lot better than I thought. I was running like I think 2.0 wings. So I don't know what anybody else was using, but it felt like pretty good. Like the corners, I felt like I was like really quick. In the middle sector, I felt like I was gaining on everybody, and then on the straights, I also felt really quick too. So yeah, I mean, I'll take a P3 from starting last all day.
Yeah, it was certainly a valiant effort. Not one to not something to be too disappointed about. And really, I mean, Puck's been.
Oh,
I'm sorry, you cut out, bro.
oh,
Hello.
Man.
oh.
Bro,
Can you hear me?
Bro's cutting back in and out.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah, my mic got unplugged. So what was I saying now? That got me all turned around. Pucks did not finish in the points. He got a drive-through penalty there, thanks to the VSC. So no points for him. You getting the P3 here definitely helps you catch back up, keeps you back in this fight. Are you still got your eye on trying to compete maybe for this championship? Do you think you have enough time to get it done?
Let's look at the standings real quick myself. Like I think I wish I had a chance, but I think it's too little too late. I started the season so bad. It's what? Puck's getting no points, and then what? I get 15. So I'll probably be around like 70 something.
Yeah, I should be 74, I think.
So, I mean, I'm still like 50-ish points back. I mean, it's how many races are there left? There's quite a few races left, right?
This was what, round 8?
Oh, there's 4
8.
races left.
Yeah.
So I think Netherlands, I might do good. Imola, and then Belgium, I think I'm really good in the rain compared to everybody else. Not to toot my own horn, but I don't want to be cocky or anything. But then Brazil, I also don't know. I don't think I could get a first, but I'll definitely aim for top 3.
Well, it's certainly possible. Had a little rough spot there. You seem to be recovering just fine, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you bring for the rest
Oh,
Here goes again.
well, anyway, I should probably carry on because this guy keeps on unplugging his mic.
Yep.
Anyway, it seems like you do better at the back than when you start at the front. So, do you want to explain what happened there?
I I honestly don't know. Like I think I don't know why I started the season so bad. But like, yeah, starting in the back, I was just able to keep it out of trouble, thankfully. And I picked up like 7 or something positions on the first lap. And then I got behind Pucks, and then we and Pucks were working together like we always do. So it's just unfortunate for him that he got another drive through and a 10-second penalty. But yeah, I think once I can get through like the first parts of the race and not get any damage or anything, then I could be pretty good.
Yeah, looks like you kept it nice and clean for the grid, should I say? But I'm guessing you just try to go for the undercuts, try to gain so many positions under the well, under you try to get undercut on some drivers, but then getting that 3 seconds was going through your head, because you could have dropped a position, which you did actually, but then you could have pulled it away. Do you think there's like this one mistake you could have fixed to get that 3 second gap?
Um, Oh, I mean, yeah, definitely. I was losing a lot of time to Pablo turn one. My turn 1 and 2 was not good. I'd always like snap my rears on the exit of turn 2, so I could never really get a good exit on Pablo. But then in the left right chicane and then the double right handers, I'd gain so much time back, maybe like 3/10 a lap on Pablo. And then yeah, if I could have just gotten it like in DRS maybe like a lap earlier, I would have gotten him. But I'm not mad at it.
Still had a good race, starting from the back up to P3. Anyone would take it. But yeah, congrats on that podium again, P3. But actually, one more question: do you think you can get your pen removed, or was it?
No, I don't think so. I didn't look at I didn't do the race direct or anything. I think they were all normal cuts. I just cut I think they were all at Ascari. I think I just cut in too early.
All right. Well, congrats on that P3.
Yep.
Yeah, Entree's mic is done. I don't know what happened to it, but that should be us done for contest of speed. Round 8, round Monza. But next week we are back again from the other side of the pond, should I say, in the EU side. It is Netherlands, Zandvoort, 9 p.m. UK time. If you want to catch up, we'll be there next week. And Andre, if you want to end the stream, and see ya.
Welcome back to Contest of Speed.
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 Contest of speed.